everyone receive is a reflection of us.
Welcome. You know, I've been thinking lately about realities of structure in society. One part in particular being the stock market, the stock exchanges of the world. I've been thinking a lot about politics and corruption and all the things and difficulties on understanding them. If you look at these types of businesses, or legions if you will, they are difficult to understand. They are complex. They are the very definition of complexity. You don't know the dealings unless you're involved. How many different paragraphs or clauses or substructures or subsections do we find in laws and governance and politics? How many taxes and stock exchanges and all of this jargon that nobody understands unless you're in the business? How many of that is there? I have been going through a process of rewriting the stock market because, in my opinion, do we actually need it? Is it necessary to the outcomes of businesses? But this isn't about that. But it is a fascinating conversation nonetheless. No, this message is more about the complexity of things. And a saying or phrase that I learned while rewriting the stock market. And it goes as such: complexity breeds the home of criminality. And no matter which way you say it, you could say complexity allows the space for criminal behavior, or any of those types of metaphors or analogies. And what does that mean? When put into context of politics or taxation or these sort of business ventures that nobody understands. Because the more and the more and the more subsections and laws and sections and clauses and loopholes and all of this that you find, there's got to be a place of criminal behavior. Because you can go through one section and then you're saved by another. If you do it through here, then you're protected by this one. You can accept this because you can do that. Or you're putting yourself in a position where you're untouchable. But you see, the common public don't know about it because it's too difficult to understand. That is the complexity of politics. You don't learn politics in school. You learn it maybe in university or as a degree somewhere, but you don't learn about it. You become part of the group. And then part of those groups allow you to believe you're doing good, but in the end, unless you're willing to make sacrifices and criminal behavior, do you actually get anything done? And then you're part of the problem. But they do all this criminal behavior because of how complex the situation is. So when people go diving into it, they don't know where they are. I've looked into some sections of it during the COVID times, and there are so many twists and turns, and even just understanding a section of it is near impossible, because that's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's a choose your own adventure of politics. And when you think about how many things there are, how many ways out, how many protections they have put into place, that statement of complexity breeds a home for criminal behavior is ever more true. When you have that in the back of your mind, in your knowledge, and you look upon the politicians Does it ring true? Does that statement alone be placed above their head and harnessing them with good light, perhaps? Do they represent its value? Are they true to its meaning? Or are they honest? There is no honesty in the current politics. In my world, politics, taxation, dividends and all of this stock market stuff, it is simple. It is uncomplicated because it doesn't need to be. This is what society has led us to believe, that these types of environments are complicated, so it takes a specialist to understand it, a certain character or type of person, and that's nonsense. Because it doesn't. It is just a system that they have created for it. A protection so that the common person cannot understand. But see, if you rewrite it, it doesn't need to be complicated. It just needs to have safety for people, safety for community, safety for family and individuals and country, building of assets and community, without fear of takeover or selling out or loss, protection of assets and basic human rights. Why does things need to be complex and difficult? They don't. So ask yourself, why are they complex? Why have they made them so difficult, with so many laws and dead ends and exits? A valuable thought, perhaps. So it is with that, I leave you with peace and love. Take care.